All right. Let me see. One, two, three. I don't see if anybody's in here. Y'all forgive me. This is my first time. There I am. All right. This is my first time doing a live from this setup. So this is all kind of new to me. I actually had to program in a streaming key through my software that I'm using to do this. So it's all kind of new, especially, I'm a 60-year-old dude trying to figure out how to get platforms to talk to each other. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to watch a video by Jason Clark. Jason is a herpetologist over in Georgia, and he's hunting the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. So I wanted to check this out because we deal with the eastern diamondback rattlesnake in this area that I'm in. In fact, it's the largest venomous snake that we have in the area. If you're going to have a fatal bite from a snake in the United States in this area, the one that's most likely that could be fatal is the eastern diamondback, but I find them to be pretty dang docile. You really have to be working trying to get that snake to bite you. So let's see. I'd like to see if we can get some folks in here. If y'all do come in, if you're in here looking, just give me a thumbs up or a wave or something in the chat to see if this thing's working. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Won't you write Lee a letter? Won't you give me a call? All right, I need to get... I had somebody that said he wants a link for this. I'm going to have to move this. And come over here. Turn this all the way down. Trying to figure all this stuff out and do it on the fly. Sorry, y'all. Like I said, first time doing this. Give me a break. And I'm live, so there's no net under me. All right, Bubba, I posted you the link you asked me to. It looks like we got 3 folks in here. Well, thank y'all for coming along. Again, we're going to watch a video. I deal with snakes from time to time. This particular species that these guys are hunting. So I wanted to watch this. This is my first time doing this. Y'all let me know what you think. You can do so in the comments. I got the comments right over here so I can read what you're writing. And without further ado, Jason Clark is going to take us on an eastern diamondback hunt. Digging the music already. Gorgeous country. Palmetto. That stuff will burn hot though.
Hello everybody, live from snake hunting at its bougiest best.
That would be bougie.
I'm here at a house that some friends of mine have rented. Okay.
Oh, what are you doing, brother?
We're on the coast of Georgia and it is absolutely beautiful here. Weather's perfect. And this is such a great place to come and just get away and relax, and you can do that here.
That marshland.
But that is not why we're here. We are here specifically to go look for snakes, but not just any snake. We're looking for the eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
EDB.
I own eastern diamondback rattlesnakes. I can see one anytime I want, but that's not the point. There's nothing like seeing one in its natural habitat in the wild. Any rattlesnake we find, I'll be happy with. Hopefully we at least find one. Now, and we're not just looking for rattlesnakes. Any snake we find will be fine with me, but the eastern diamondback is our target species. So tonight, we're just chilling out. We're just relaxing. And in the morning, we're going to get up and go meet the boat captain. He's going to take us out to a couple different barrier islands. You really have to kind of know where to go to really maximize the potential of finding a rattlesnake. Hopefully this trip will not disappoint me. We have met up with the boat captain and we're on the way, and the water's a little rough. Now, even with water like this, I have caught eastern diamondback rattlesnakes in this brackish water before as they swim back and forth to the barrier islands. These islands, they have nothing on them. So we've brought water and food and first aid kits and two-way radios. And we also have cell phone service here, which is good in case we need to call for help. God forbid somebody gets bit. But he's going to drop us off here and then leave. And then when we're ready for him to come back and get us, we're going to call him and he's going to come back and pick us up. Hopefully. So we just got here to this island, and Warren Sr. was standing by this container, and me and Warren Jr. were over there, and we heard a rattlesnake, and it was coming from where he was standing. So he was standing right here where Warren is, and the rattlesnake was right here. And
it found him.
He was over here trying to get his contacts on and get out of the wind. And luckily, we heard the rattlesnake rattling because we weren't in snake hunting mode yet. But there he is.
Now.
That was kind of scary because Warren had walked around here to get out of the wind to get his contacts in. And the rattlesnake, it was just coiled up right there. And they weren't really looking for rattlesnakes. And they had walked by here a couple times. And the rattlesnake, he was hidden, and so he felt okay, so he didn't rattle. And it wasn't until he felt not okay that he started rattling. And if he hadn't done that, we probably wouldn't have heard him.
That's right.
We wouldn't have known he was there if he hadn't rattled, because we sure weren't looking.
All right, let me tell y'all something about rattlesnakes. They want to use that camouflage more than they want to approach you. So a lot of times they're slunk back. They're using their camouflage. You don't see me. These are not the droids you're looking for. And they're hoping that works. And you just go on about your way. If you stay there a little too long, move a little too much, they're going to say, okay, this thing has spotted me. This big old thing that's coming to kill me has spotted me. They'll start to rattle, let you know, hey, I'm here.
For him. And it wasn't like it wasn't a pygmy rattlesnake. This is a big eastern diamondback.
Dang, those are some nice cameras too.
This has just always been a really great place to find eastern diamondback rattlesnakes. And eastern diamondbacks are the largest rattlesnake species in the world. And they live right here in the southeast. And they're gorgeous, gorgeous animals. But habitat destruction and people seeing these snakes, and it's a rattlesnake and must die, has really taken a toll on these snakes. This could have ended really badly because Warren Jr. couldn't see it. Warren Sr. couldn't hear it. I guess it's what you call hear no evil, see no evil.
Look, he is not kidding. This species is in decline, and it's in decline because of just what he said, habitat loss and humans interacting with them. We moved into this snake's territory and we're expecting it to be gone and not be anywhere around us. Like I said, this snake is usually the most docile of all the snakes that I've dealt with that are venomous. They want you to walk by them. They don't want to alert you to their presence. They want that camouflage to work. And we have taken what was rolling longleaf pine savanna and sandy soils, everything that the eastern diamondback loves, and paved over it with asphalt and cement and put up the parking lots for the strip malls and what have you. That has cut down on habitat for the animal. So we are encroaching on his territory, and as we build our stuff, we're making his territory smaller and smaller, and you're starting to get more encounters with the humans encountering these animals in their traditionally normal lands where they've always been. So, and there's a lot of people that think if the only good snake's a dead snake, and I hate that. That is a fallacy. Good Lord put these snakes here just like he put other animals all over this planet. You know, there's a reason for what he did. There was a method to his madness.
Well, we got a few pictures of him, and a beautiful snake, big snake, a fat snake, but it's time to let him go.
You handled him.
You barely see him going back in the hole there. And that's his hiding place, and it's a good one too.
We got some folks in here watching.
Can't see anything.
Y'all jump on the chat and say hey.
Well,
I'm trapped.
That would not be where I'd want to be trapped, watching that snake just go in there.
this is something that's interesting. From where that snake was over there, it's 40 feet to where y'all were over there, with a breeze blowing, and y'all could still hear his rattle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they sound,
That's
they're
the
loud.
first rattlesnake I've ever caught, just because I heard a rattlesnake rattling.
Always watch your hand down there.
Yes.
I think I need to figure
Yeah,
out
if
my
a snake
lighting
strikes
in
you,
the
crack your
studio.
lens on your flashlight. That's an expensive light.
I'm washed out.
Oh, there's a body in there.
He's way closer to that thing than I'd want to be, because it's not going to just be that one snake in there, I promise. As big as that Connex is, there's going to be several.
Yeah,
of them.
right.
One in there. He went in back in right here. Didn't he?
That's a 20-foot Connex.
On the front side,
Lots of snakes
On
can
the
be
end.
under that thing.
right there. Just put your hand in and see if you can feel of him.
All right, I got to stop. That is obviously a joke. I promise you, he was not being serious about stick your hand in there. Promise you, he wasn't being serious about that.
Too much networking. I'm sure he went back in there. Remember that shed that was out here that had all the snake skins in it?
Yeah,
Like hundreds of them.
it's a lot of them.
If this is
I've
an
always
abandoned,
wondered if there's snakes under that container over there. Now I know there's at least one, but to be able to lift that up and see what's actually underneath there would be pretty cool. I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. So, but the snakes under there, that's perfect hiding place because predators really can't get to them.
all right, so here's my question. If this is a deserted island, well, there's trails on it. People must be coming out here and herping this thing pretty regular. But how did they get that Connex up there on this deserted island? I mean, how did they get that Connex up there and spotted?
So we're starting to hunt now. Warren Jr. is going that way. Warren Sr. is going to come with me. And we're just going to walk down this little levee here.
Yep.
See if we can find a snake. or a second snake. We've already found one, or one snake found us. That snake was definitely paying more attention than we were.
Oh yeah.
You really got
They
to be
see you, I
careful
promise.
walking out here. Even though this is an open road, you can see where you're stepping.
Look at those deer
After walking for
flies,
so
man.
long, your eyes kind of get used to everything, and you start
Warren was there, but Warren was in such a mess, you know, he couldn't,
yeah, he couldn't see anything.
and I could see, but I couldn't hear, and I heard the word, but I was thinking, what is that?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if it was a rattlesnake.
It was.
But your eyes kind of start playing tricks on you after staring at the ground for so long that you can be right on top of a rattlesnake before you see it out here. Let's stay in the trees that's over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big open sandy field, and you walk around the edges of it, and we found rattlesnakes there before.
Okay, that's not where our headquarters is?
Our headquarters are those trees right straight here. That's a different island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These snakes
We just
do
pulled
island
up
hop.
to those trees and hopped off. There's no dock there,
Okay.
but it was pretty easy. I've been
Damn,
coming to
look at
this
those.
spot for how long have I been coming here? I think I first came to this.
Dude, Jason, if you by chance look at this video, you need to know there's a product called Amber Romance. It's a skin lotion that you get from Victoria's Secret. And the reason I know about Victoria's Secret Amber Romance is I was fishing a tournament in Lake Concordia and Lake St. John, just across the river from Natchez in Louisiana with a partner. We had rented a cabin at Lake Concordia, and a lot of the guys from this area that lived in this area all rented cabins in there. So it's the whole camp of a bunch of guys that know each other. We fish in tournaments against each other. So we had gone over there for the pre-fish. We fished all day. We were sweated down. We were hot. Pulled the boat back in. We had an idea what we were going to do. But then, of course, all of our buddies that we were going to be fishing against were in there. So that's when the beer drinking and the lie telling started commencing after we got showers and cleaned up for the night. Well, I got my shower first, got out, and I was bullshitting with some of the guys. Jackie goes in to take a shower. He comes out, and he's smelling all frou-frou. And I'm like, good Lord, he must have brought his wife's shampoo or something. And I'm sitting out there talking and swatting mosquitoes, because they got two kinds of mosquitoes over there at Concordia. They got the kind that you got the screen door closed and that little mosquito buzz through that screen and just buzz and irritate you all night. And then they got the kind that'll kick that door down and drag you out screaming in the front yard while he's sucking your blood. So anyway, I'm fighting off these skeeters best I can, and I look over there and Jackie's just laughing at me. And I said, what are you laughing at? And he says, well, I'm laughing at you swatting at all them skeeters. I said, well, why aren't they messing with you? I just taste better than you. He said, no, man, I got on skeeter dope. And he starts laughing. I'm like, you son of a gun, give me some of that. So he throws this tube of Amber Romance to me. I slather myself down with it. And sure enough, I mean, it's got a funky smell, but it works. Those mosquitoes left me alone. And it does have its drawbacks when you're fishing. You know, your partner may call you Alice. Other than that, it's keeping the skeeters off of you, and that's its intended purpose. I have gone out to I've been to Deer Island, but out to Cat Island and camped out on there. Where the deer fly, much like he's dealing with right there, are all around you. That skin lotion actually helped keep the deer fly away just as good as it kept the mosquitoes away. So it's not the intended purpose for this stuff, but hey, if you want a good skeeter dope, you need to try that out. Back to your regularly scheduled programming.
area where we're finding these rattlesnakes today 14 years ago. And I've come almost every year in those 14 years. And I've never been and not found at least one rattlesnake. Some days we found a lot more than one rattlesnake. I've got eastern diamondback rattlesnakes that I keep, but there's just something about going out in their natural habitat and finding a wild eastern diamondback rattlesnake, or any kind of snake for that matter, and just watching how it behaves in its environment. And there's nothing like it. So
again, this is because when you go in these environments that these snakes are in, that's their home. They know every nook and cranny. We're just kind of walking through, lumbering through on our trails and such. And I got to tell you, I tell everybody this when they're coming through and going through an outreach program at the lab. Hey, trust me, way more snakes have seen you in the woods than you have seen of snakes in the woods. That's because they're relying on that camo pattern and they're just trying to stay away from you.
if we don't find any more today, I'm all right with
Found
that.
one.
But if we do find more, then that'd be great too.
That's a bonus. That's a Yahtzee.
So I'm just walking around this island thinking it's perfect habitat for snakes. And there's no doubt in my mind that there are rattlesnakes here. The problem is, well, this is not a problem for the snake. The problem for the snake hunter
habitat
is this is so thick. So even if I saw a rattlesnake or any kind of snake, you know, 2 or 3 feet back in this,
you ain't getting it out.
Probably not gonna be able to get them out.
Yep.
You kind of have to get lucky and find the snake out and about, or at least on the edges here. And that's gonna be the easiest way to find a rattlesnake here, is when they're out where they're easy to get to. But they're probably all right now where they're not easy to get to, which is why I haven't found a rattlesnake yet. But, well, except for the one that Warren almost stepped on. But we got a little ways to go. I think we'll find 1, 2, 3 more, I hope. If not, we found one.
All right. So, I want to talk about this. If you find, like I said, if you find a snake out in the wild, especially doing what these guys are doing, they're just out walking around trying to find them in that native environment. Usually when I get a call to handle a snake, it's, hey, we've got this snake over here. We need you to get it out. All right. I tell them, keep your eyes on the snake. I'm heading your way. Head over there, got the pills from Tongs, got the bucket, got the snake bags, got everything I need to do to handle a venomous snake safely. So we'll go over there and do it, and it works like a champ as long as I've got somebody there keeping eyes on that snake. If they keep eyes on the snake, they can point it out, because I'm telling you, you can see when you put these animals down on the ground in grass, if you didn't absolutely know where the snake is, it's hard to pick out. You know, it is tough. Their camouflage pattern is just awesome. So, absolutely. And now, here's the other thing. There was a herpetologist named Bruce Means. He took a bad bite from an eastern diamondback rattlesnake when he was doing something just like these guys are. He was on an island. He was on one of the barrier islands down off of Florida, and he had kayaked out to this island. Went by himself, saw this animal, was getting down to take pictures. He got down on his hands and knees to get a real good close-up, and the snake actually tagged him, bit him. So now he has to get back to the kayak and paddle across to the land where his truck was parked. I think he left his kayak on the side, just got in the truck and drove straight to the hospital, drove himself to the hospital. And, you know, they had to treat him with antivenin. These snakes are nothing to play with. So Jason's being way safer having two people there with him. He said they had a first aid kit. They had planned this out well, so good on them for that. Uh-oh, I think I just started this all the way at the beginning. I did.
Well, we got a snake.
Ah, this is the wrong video. All right, hold on.
If you know anything about snakes, I don't even get to.
There we go.
Which is why I haven't found a rattlesnake yet. But, well, except for the one that Warren almost stepped on. But we got a little ways to go. I think we'll find 1, 2, 3 more, I hope. If not, we found one. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely.
But maybe we'll find another. People don't ask me normally if I've been bitten by a venomous snake. They usually ask me,
how many times?
how many times have you been bitten? Well, I've never been bitten by a venomous snake. And I've done this since I was about 7 years old. And I don't want to get bit. I have to make sure I'm paying attention, but don't ever want to get bit. That's never a good thing. But you certainly don't want to get bit out here.
Exactly.
Because we're on an island. It's going to take us a little while to get to medical attention. So it's really important out here to watch and pay attention where you're stepping, where you're putting your hands.
Yep.
And when I do catch a snake, I have to be extra careful so I don't get myself bit.
Yep, absolutely. You are away from where the medicine is.
So other than the people I came here with, there's nobody else here on this island. And that's pretty cool. So I'm on a deserted island with rattlesnakes.
And snacks. Gotta be snacks. He's got his water out.
And sandwiches.
Absolutely.
Oh, me.
PBJ, great field device.
Every time I come out here, I always pack a lunch. And it's just nice to find somewhere in the shade like this. You've been walking around looking for snakes all morning. And sit down, have a ice cold bottle of water. And a turkey sandwich.
There you go.
The Infinity Cutting Tools Mega Flush Trim Router Bits are the perfect choice for any time you need to follow a template while routing. They feature a unique 2+2
A blackberry vine, blackberry bush.
I don't think I've been caught enough in the wild. Just hadn't been anywhere where it is. That used to be probably one of the most common snakes I found.
Yeah.
Particularly when we went east to Sylvania, Southern County, and they were pretty abundant there. No diamondbacks, all you had was cane brakes or timber rattlesnakes.
He must have put this on one of those sticks that he can have it down by the ground getting this view. It must be a GoPro he's using. Gotta be. GoPro on a stick. This looks like it's almost like it's a creek bed, but I know it's a path. A dried up creek bed of some type.
Rattlesnake. Got a diamondback right here, Warren. It's a big one too.
I don't see it.
Stand by a second. Let me get
I'm gonna have to put my eyes on y'all.
Laying right there. You see him? See him facing us?
I still don't
That's a big
see him.
Look at how camouflaged the snake is. Right here. And
Okay,
this
now
is,
I see it.
That's easily a 4-foot diamondback.
I see
And he
about
is so
that much of it.
camouflaged, and I'm standing.
I think look how swollen he is. I mean, he's like he's,
Starting to move. Now pull him out here real quick. Come here, snake. Here we go. So when the snake did start to move, he never rattled, except you hear the rattle because I'm messing with him. But he never rattled, and the first thing he did was try to get away
now.
and crawl away from me.
He's figured out that y'all aren't doing anything but moving him around.
You know, he's not as upset as the other rattlesnake was. I guess you were
he's
stomping around too close to him.
acting like a cane brake trying to
Yeah.
scoot.
Yeah, so all this snake wants to do is just to be left alone. I mean, he was so camouflaged, and that's what I tell people. You know, the first
Hey,
line
Glenn.
of
Hey,
defense for
Shannon.
these snakes is not to rattle, but to use
Thanks
their
for the
camouflage.
check-in.
And once this snake realizes he's been spotted, then his number 2 best option is to escape, which is what he tried to do. And that's still what he's trying to do. He hasn't even gotten to option number 3, which is rattling yet. He hasn't tried to strike. And now this snake, if you look at his face, he's getting ready to shed, so he can't see really, really well.
Yeah, he looks
But he
kind of dull.
knows
He's not.
something's messing with him. And he
He
don't
looks
want to be
almost
messing
like
with him.
he looks kind of dull. He looks like he's been in a mud hole and it's dried up on him. That's that skin separating away. When he sheds that skin, he's going to be brilliant. He's going to be as colored up as you see those leaves around him, where he looks kind of dull brown now. So it's a gorgeous snake, and it's a nice size animal, and it's not striking at him. It's not rattling. It's just like, y'all leave me alone. But I didn't get a close enough shot to look at those eyes to see how opaque they were. I want to say hey to Glenn and Shannon again, who came in, popped in, and said hey in the chat over here. Glenn is a good friend, an awesome fisherman, and an awesome crabber. And on one of my videos titled, "Don't Go Buy No Seafood, Mama, Daddy's Coming Home with the Crabs," Glenn was there for catching those crabs.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, can you hear us?
Oh, they got radios too. They did take safety way in effect. Very good.
We got another diamondback.
What side of the road is he on? Left or right?
The right.
He was on the right, just laying there. Jason saw him, and he still hadn't rattled. I mean, we pulled him out and all he wants to do is get away.
This snake has not rattled one time, and all it's doing is just trying to crawl and get away from us. So their first line of defense is not to bite or attack, but it's to use their camouflage. And that's what this snake did. I mean, you saw him sitting there perfectly hidden, and once he realized, hey, you know, I think this big thing sees me, his second line of defense was to crawl away. And he still has not rattled, and is still just trying to be left alone. This is a very...
All right, I'm going to say this too. That typically most people that are bitten by these animals, I didn't touch on this, but most people that are bitten by these animals are bitten because they're either trying to catch or they're trying to kill this snake. And about 60% of the time, alcohol is involved. And it's usually not by yourself. It's you and a buddy. And that redneck is, hold my beard, y'all watch this. And that gets people bit. and they end up going to the hospital. I will tell you this, the antivenom for this stuff, Crofab, is like $8,000 a vial. Your initial dose is like 4 vials. As soon as they start doing the antivenom protocol, they're going to give you 4 vials of it. So bam, there's $32,000. They're going to look at you and see how far you're swelling, how far you're moving along. If you're still moving, they're going to say, give them another vial of antivenom. Every time they do that, get ready. That's more and more money. And as soon as they give you antivenom, get ready, because you're going to the ICU. You are not going home after you've had antivenom. I've been told that rattlesnakes live in habitat that includes wild hogs. Ever heard that before? Well, yeah, wild hogs are all over down here in the southeast, and rattlesnakes are down here the eastern diamondback are down here in this area. Hogs will eat rattlesnakes. And I've been told that rattlesnakes that live in habitat that includes wild hogs don't rattle. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, because wild hogs will eat rattlesnakes. So it's kind of a learned trait that they aren't going to rattle. That's not what's going on here, Glenn. This is a barrier island off in the Atlantic, off the Georgia coast, that they got dropped off to look at it. Very, very good point. Yes, I've heard that as well, and that's the way it goes. All right, here we go.
Very dangerous snake when we don't do what we're supposed to do, which is not try to catch them like we're doing, definitely not trying to kill them. But when you don't pay attention when you're outside where they live, you can be right on top of one of these snakes, and that's how you get bit. Not because these snakes want to bite anybody, they simply just want to be left alone.
Yes, it actually is possible to eat healthy and still have a life.
Factor has made the biggest difference in how I eat and how I stay on.
All right, now I see those eyes. Yeah, he's got some opaque on those eyes. And they're just letting him get back into... Yeah, a lot of people think they slither everywhere. If you look, their ribs act like a centipede's legs. You know, he's walking on his ribs. So this
rattlesnake that was laying right here, we pulled him out here, got some photos with him, messed with him, never really rattled, and we released him right back where we caught him. And instead of crawling off into this thick brush, oh, there he goes, he's rattling. That's about time. There you go.
About time. You only had him out messing with him.
There he goes.
He's rattling out. Y'all leave me alone is what he's saying. Yeah. Beautiful shot. Gorgeous shot. That's a beautiful animal.
One of my favorite things to do when I'm snake hunting is, after I've found a few snakes, whet my appetite a little bit, is to just find a quiet place and just sit and listen and watch so a snake doesn't crawl out on top of your foot. But
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Relaxing.
You better be looking where you're
And
sitting.
this is just a beautiful, beautiful place out here.
Now look, y'all need to go check out...
there's no people around.
Y'all need to check out Jason's content. And to go to it, you can see it's Snakes Are Us. Snakes Are Us. That's his channel. He has a lot of great content on his channel. And he also does a podcast. So every Thursday night, he comes on and does a podcast. He's doing it live, just like I'm doing this live. So you can have... Look, Glenn, you're asking me some questions. I'm answering you best I can. This dude knows it, okay? He does this for a living. He talks to Fish and Wildlife Services in several states, telling them how to work with these animals. And he is also the guy, we're going to look at another video. He goes to your house and relocates snakes like I used to do. And I've done it as favors for friends, but he goes and, you know, this is a business for him. So he's handling snakes all the time. And we'll check out another one if there's enough folks and if y'all want to keep on watching. Let's see. Let me finish this video up, though.
Just wildlife and a few snakes. I love it. Love it. There's a bunch of alligators here too, and we normally see a lot of gators in the canal, which is right over here. But today was the first time I saw an alligator up on this levee. So to be able to come out here in the wild and easily find
Conditioning, Glenn.
well, just 2 rattlesnakes so far today. But I found twice as many as would make me happy. So I just wanted to find 1 rattlesnake. I have accomplished that. This trip was an absolute success. I love it.
200% success. All right, let's see. Let me see. We got some folks on here. Did we go on and find another one, gang? Let me know in chat. Do you want to watch another one? We had started, okay. This looks interesting. A nest of rattlesnakes in a family's backyard. Part 1. Give me a thumbs up, Glenn, if you want to see this one. Let's see. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and start it because there is a lag in this chat from when they have that dump feature on here with YouTube. There you go. There's my thumbs up. Here we go. Let's move on to this one.
Driving in the country on a desolate dirt road out here going to someone's house that says they have a nest of snakes. We get all kind of calls about people who say they have a nest of snakes. They see 1 snake and think they have a nest
yeah.
of snakes. Snakes don't build a nest. At least the ones here in Georgia don't. And you know, yeah, they'll have babies, and maybe we'll find some babies, but I seriously doubt it. People see 1 snake and they just kind of freak out thinking, oh, there's 1, there's got to be 20 of them. So, and then whatever snake they saw, instead of trying to identify the snake, they automatically assume it's the worst. It's a rattlesnake, or copperhead, or a cottonmouth, or whatever. And so I don't know that we'll find a snake, and I don't think we'll find a nest of snakes. And if we do find a nest of snakes, I think that'll make my day pretty good. And it's already pretty good because I'm out here in the country on this beautiful dirt road. I don't care that I just washed the van. I don't care that I took a long time scrubbing the van, getting it clean, doing the tires, and then as soon as I got done, it didn't even dry off yet, I get a call to come down a very, very long, very dusty, because we've had no rain, very dusty dirt road. Doesn't bother me a bit. I'm glad to be out here. So, yep, that's what we're doing, and we're going to see if we catch a snake or 2.
I like the way you lie, boy. Oh, you know that thing is covered with dust from the middle of the door down. He has turned past the sunlight bump to get to this place. But for the flatness of it, this looks like this could be anywhere in South Mississippi. Lots of snake habitat.
Now what I need to do is I'm going to actually look through this grass, this tall grass here, and just see if there's anything hiding here. And the important thing is being able to make sure you see where your foot's stepping before your foot steps there. And not only that, but around where you're stepping, because if there's a rattlesnake, 2 foot off to the side of me, and I don't see that, that can be a really, really bad thing.
Yep.
So far, I haven't seen any snakes, but as tall as this grass is, I could have easily overlooked several of them.
Absolutely.
This is just a perfect hiding place for rodents, and then that brings in snakes.
Yep. You ring the dinner bell.
Nothing inside here either. I think it's time to take a look out back. If I was a snake,
Man.
I think this is where I'd want to live.
Especially you go in those sheds and you see a bunch of mice droppings or rat droppings. You'll usually find some sheds in there too. The snake sheds.
Oh yeah, I see them. I see them. Right there at the back of the shed.
Okay.
Right in the center of the screen. There's a whole bunch of snakes.
Yep.
And yep, those are rattlesnakes. I don't even know how many snakes this is.
live birth those.
This is a lot of rattlesnakes, and they're starting to move. So we're going to jump in here and see how many we can get. I don't know that we can get all these things because they are moving already. And here they go.
Cubies.
I'm using these tongs. It's just an easy way to grab them. Trying to get them in here quick before they just disappear underneath the shed here. And we've got a lot of them we just missed. And trying my best not to step on them as I'm doing this. This grass is tall, and there's probably rattlesnakes right here around where I'm standing. So it's just a matter of watching my step and not getting too close to the edge of this barn in case Mama's there, because I don't want to be in the strike range of her. But I don't want to step on rattlesnakes. Man, all these things just took off and went everywhere just now.
Holy crap. How many did you get?
These snakes blend in so well. So before I kneel down here, just trying to make sure I'm not on top of one. And that
Well, they were out sunning.
just because I clear
Right
this
on the
area
backside of that shed.
doesn't mean in a few minutes one couldn't come crawling out from somewhere else. But the only way to look under here is to get down and look under here. That's it. What can we see?
They don't believe how toxic this is.
I
still
couldn't
using
do
a
this.
plastic or
Jason,
wooden
you're a
cutting
better
board,
man than
you
I
need to hear
am. I
this.
couldn't get on my knees in front of that
Hey, I
shed
see
like
some.
that. And your tongs are way smaller than the ones I use.
Don't let ties out.
Whew.
That's a den. Mama went in there and
There's a
laid
bunch
those-
of gravel and
had
rock
those
under there.
babies.
And they kind of disappeared back up into it.
Yeah. That slab's washed out under has made a perfect den for them. Look, and I'm going to tell y'all something this too. You go to all these souvenir shops and you always see the rattlesnake egg trick that you spin the paper clip on the rubber band. It's in an envelope and, oh, look, these are rattlesnake eggs. And when they open the envelope up, it spins around and buzzes and scares the hell out of them. Rattlesnakes don't lay eggs; they give live birth. So you can tell them they're full of crap as soon as they try to hand you one of those.
These snakes are just a few days old.
Yep.
Because they're still together. Oh, that's an ant.
But they have venom.
Ants, ants, ants. Hate ants. Okay, we're clear here. So I'm gonna try to look under the edge here, and before the ants get to me.
Get you.
I'm looking for Mama.
You be all right,
Where's the
Glenn.
mama
There ain't
snake?
none of them down there where you are.
He said he saw the Mama snake. So she could be right here. She could be under here. She could be a half-mile away. We don't know. All right. So here's what we've caught so far. I don't know that I can count all these because they're moving pretty good. But these are juvenile timber rattlesnakes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I'm guessing a dozen here.
Yeah.
And I probably missed 7 or 8 more of them.
You know, there's some
So there were
churches up
probably
in the
about 20
mountain that'll buy
rattlesnakes
those from you.
when I walked over here just now. And now they're all under the shed, and I can't get to them. So a couple of these are just gorgeous, gorgeous snakes.
I know what the mama is for sure. I know that thing's. She's on.
How big was the mama?
12
Like,
inches.
no,
not 12 inches.
like
She
almost
was
as
6
big
foot,
as me.
like, when she stretched
Wow.
out, she was made to that post right there.
Right, wow.
Yeah, she was.
I
That's
know
a
she's still
stretch.
under there.
There's a lot of snakes though.
They can get to be 6 foot.
Yeah,
But
you
that's
wanna
a
carry
big
them?
specimen.
This
It
van?
is.
I know there's more out there. I'm just telling you that.
Hold them up.
Get out there with a weed eater, man.
Creepy. Creepy eyes. You got creepy eyes.
They have
Look at me,
elliptical
huh?
pupils. That I guess.
Oh, creepy
I
eyes.
imagine he thinks cats have creepy eyes.
This is pretty cool. We just caught 14 timber rattlesnakes. Now, here's the problem. We caught 14 timber rattlesnakes. So the question is, what am I going to do with 14 timber rattlesnakes? And the answer is, well, I have no idea. You know, the problem with going out and catching a rattlesnake like this is timber rattlesnakes in particular don't do very well being relocated. And unless we can relocate these rattlesnakes somewhere nearby this general area, not right here near his yard, of course. He's got kids here, so we don't want to do that to him. But, you know, if we don't relocate these somewhere nearby and we take them a long way from here, chance of them surviving is not really, really great. Right. And now we can keep some of these in captivity and use them for education, get them eating, and use them for education, and maybe give some out to some other educators, that type thing. And that may be what we have to do, because I don't know that we're going to get very many property owners in this area to say,
sell them to a church.
Timber rattlesnakes, drop them off in the backyard. So most people we encounter don't want us to do that. We do have some people that do want us to do that, but whatever we do with them, we'll make sure that they are safe and that they have a very good chance of survival. So yeah, I was wrong. We found, I guess, the closest thing to what you would call a nest of snakes. So, you know, what I'm guessing is this rattlesnake, she gave birth, and these babies will kind of hang around the same area for several days, maybe a week or so. And typically when they're about a week old, they shed their skin for the first time, and that's when they kind of go on the hunt and start looking for their first meal. So I did notice at the back of this shed on the ground at least one snake skin. And a couple of these little babies that we got, you can tell they definitely have already shed their skin. Most of these have not. But we caught 14 rattlesnakes, and I guarantee you at least a half dozen more of them got away from us under that shed, and there was just no way to get to that shed. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it had it was a concrete slab down there, and part of the concrete slab underneath it had kind of washed away, so there was a hole underneath the slab. So even if we were to tear this whole building down, there was not really any getting to those snakes to remove them for this homeowner. And so the most effective thing he's going to do is cut the grass and remove trash and debris, that kind of stuff. And as you eliminate hiding places for these snakes, that'll kind of make them want to go somewhere else. But as long as there's plenty of, now look at these deer running across the road in front of me. Good gosh. Okay.
Don't clip them.
So as long as out here in the country, you never know what you're going to see. But so as long as he has a lot of tall grass and weeds and debris laying around, you can pretty much bet you're going to have snakes.
All right. All right, that's the end of watching these videos. I'm going to call it a night for the first live. I'm going to call this a success because I actually got in here and see how the chat works now and see how I set it up, and it did good as far as me being able to read and not be all over the place. And I appreciate y'all that stayed and watched this. If you watch this and you aren't a subscriber, you might want to check out some of the other videos here on the channel. I've got a podcast called Getting 10-8 where it's a bunch of old medics and firefighters and police officers that get together and talk about the good old days, or the glory days, if you will, of working the streets. And got Fat Daddy Eats, which is where I'm teaching, or I'm cooking. I'm doing traditional Southern and South Louisiana recipes. And then I've got some reaction videos where I react to videos, which is basically what I just did on this live. The difference is you can talk to me while I'm reacting, and I don't have the safety net of being able to edit it. What I'm saying, you're seeing. So I've got Rob Reacts, and then I've got some natural resource stuff, the outdoor stuff, where you'll see me messing with snakes and stuff like that. And, you know, you'll see Glenn from Glenn and Shannon's Salty Life, who's been talking with us here on chat. You'll see him crabbing with me. We got a few videos where we're crabbing together, so that's a pretty good video. I always have fun talking with Glenn. He's a hoot, and look forward to seeing him this October at a barbecue, where I will be at a barbecue with a bunch of folks that have been on Getting 10-8 the podcast. So again, thanks for watching my inaugural live from this setup. I think it's good. I think I've done a couple where I just talk on live, doing it with the phone, but actually sitting down, setting the computer up to where my recording software is actually linked into YouTube to do this. That's all new to me. This is my first time. Let me know what you think. This video should end up being in a live folder, and so hopefully y'all take a look at it. I might go back and clip some stuff and put on some shorter format videos. Y'all take care, have a great evening, and come back.